Hello everybody, it's V, and welcome back to From Zero to Retro. That's right, we're doing another one of these episodes, but today I'm going to be going out to some thrift stores to see if I can even find some games to eventually flip, and who knows, we might even pick something up. So let's head out and go to our first location, which is the Habitat for Humanity Restore. Let's go inside and see if we can't find anything good. Looking at their game section, nothing really catches my eye. I did, however, find this Rock Band drum set and guitar. Unfortunately, they were a little bit too expensive for the amount of money we have. However, while walking around, I spotted this game right here for $1, and it looked pretty real. So I'm going to take the risk and buy it and try to sell it. So I'll end up picking this game up for $1.10 that you can see on the receipt. And I think I can get something for this. But let's go on to the next location. So here we are at the next location, Salvation Army. I've never actually been inside one of these, so I'm interested to see what it looks like. And sorry about the first location with how the video looks, but let's go inside, see what we can find. So they had a lot of power tools here, but personally they're not in the best shape, covered in grease and everything. And they also had like weird bags of charcoal, some nail guns, blinds, a lot of interesting stuff that I don't normally see at thrift stores. And then in these cases here is where their electronics were, but nothing really caught my eye, no video games or anything like that, unfortunately. Yeah, so there really wasn't anything in there except for clothes. Even their DVD section really didn't have any games or anything, so oh well. On to the next one. Alright, just parked on my next location is actually this Goodwill right back here, and I will say it is packed currently. So I probably will not be doing much recording inside, but I have had games here before, so let's go see what we can find, if anything, which I hope we do, because so far we just got the one game, and that's not a lot. So let's go. So Goodwill did in fact have some Xbox games, it looks like, as well as some PSP games. However, when I opened up the boxes, as you can see here, it had the wrong game inside, and then flipping it over, it had some severe damage. So I unfortunately passed. Well, another empty haul. I actually looked at some of those games, but they weren't complete. And the one I did find that I might have gotten had severe, what I think was water damage on the back of it. Kind of funny though, I went over to that case and I started looking around, and this older woman came up and she started looking at them too. And at first I thought she was gonna buy them straight from under me, but you know, she set them down, and I see why. Most of the tiles were sports games or, like I said, that damaged stuff. So don't know if we're gonna find anything else except for that one game that we got so far. But I got one more location to look at. I don't know if they're gonna have games, but they might have some old toys, collectibles, maybe some of those horror VHS tapes I've been looking for. So last chance, let's go, and fingers crossed we're gonna get something. All right, walking to my last location right now. Cute little antique store. Now these are normally set up like market style, where more people have like booths and stuff. So I'm gonna go in, see what I can find. Hopefully we get more than just that one game. Places like this normally have a lot of stuff. But of course, they also know what they have. Creepy. Well, I was about to walk out of here, but then I found this. Amazing Spider-Man 500th issue. Only for $4. I think I can do something with this. Just got back home, where I did indeed pick up this Amazing Spider-Man 500th issue right here for $4.39. And I don't know much about comic books, but for $4, I think I can make a buck or two off of this. And we just sold this table right here for 20 bucks. Let's see if I can do a cool transition. I hope that turned out good in editing. But next up, I need to clean up in here because I want to get rid of all this. All right, cleaning is done. Now time to go over the 2 items that we picked up today. So first up, we picked up this copy of The Mummy Returns for Game Boy Color. And I do believe this is a real copy. If it'll get out of the plastic. There we go. Because I mean, everything looks like it is there. You got the hidden number. You got the Nintendo on the back, as well as that chip right there. Everything looks good to me. The O in Nintendo looks correct, not warped or anything. Let's go ahead, plug this into our Game Boy Advance and see if it turns on and plays, because that's going to be critical for trying to sell this thing. Let's see. So far so good. Looks like it does indeed work. So that's going to be a lot easier to sell it on eBay. And then the second thing we picked up was this amazing Spider-Man comic book right here. It's the 500th issue. Now, I did see a few of these selling on eBay for about 10, 15 bucks. I picked this copy up for $4. It's in decent shape. The spine has a little wear right there, but I'm definitely going to be transferring it out of this plastic bag into something a little bit more user-friendly when I try to sell it. So, yeah, I mean, 2 solid pickups. Hopefully we can flip them fast. I wanted to start getting some smaller items for eBay because on a Facebook Marketplace, it definitely takes a while to be able to sell stuff, as I have learned, since my first item is still listed and I only managed to sell that table today, which even that I've had for a few weeks now. So that is it for today's video. If you liked it, hit subscribe, join me for the journey, and I'll see you in the next one.